This video includes a paid promotion by OpenSea user Usyk.eth. A link to his profile and collection is in the description, and you can also find them on Twitter under the username Usyk_ETH. Enjoy the video.
You can come to the point in your life when only you can decide whether you can or cannot do something. Even if you're certain that you cannot do it, but at least you can try. If you tried and didn't succeed eventually, you wouldn't regret and look back because you tried. It is better to try to do something. You have to believe in yourself first and foremost.
В першу чергу повинна бути в себе.
Who is Oleksandr Usyk? Currently, in modern combat sports, we usually associate pound for pound with the most skilled fighters of the smaller weight classes. But the Ukrainian, Oleksandr Usyk, proves any argument about the incapability of big fighters of being just as skilled wrong. A former Olympic champion, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and current WBA, IBF, WBO, IBO, and the ring heavyweight champion, is looking to become a two-weight class undisputed world champion when he finally faces off against WBC champion Tyson Fury in a unification bout for all the marbles. In this video, I want to give a big picture overview of the technical game of Usyk. Usyk's style revolves completely around the control of the initiative, and he does this through the use of his footwork to position himself, his feints, and his active lead hand. A southpaw and an active but thoughtful mover, Usyk has flexibility with his directionality, being capable of boxing on the outside, using pivots to reposition and defend inside the pocket, but also moving forwards to put longer combinations together with opponents against the ropes. While high-level fights are often decided by footwork, at the end of the day boxing is about throwing punches. As mentioned before, Usyk's style is designed for him to control the initiative of a fight. This means, in one way or another, he's making his opponent react to him. We already saw a glimpse of how his movement opens up options for him, and also forces resets during exchanges. Now, let's take a look at how his constant feinting and active lead hand add to the equation. Everything Usyk does looks to gather data on his opponent's reactions or lack of thereof. He does this at a really high pace that makes it very difficult for any adversary to have much freedom in their choice of action. Watch the examples carefully. This style is very demanding, physically, mentally, and technically, as he cannot fall into any predictable pattern. To help with his unpredictability, he uses these tools. Distance. Be it either closing the distance or stepping back, the distance you maintain with your opponent forces them to take action. You can make your foe follow you, step back, or stand their ground to throw. On the topic of footwork, he also does a good job of pivoting to reset exchanges and break the flow of the fight. The jab. In boxing, the jab can accomplish many things, and Usyk puts it to great use. Not only is the jab the safest and quickest punch, but it is also the most effective tool to force the opponent to take action. It scores safely and it collects the data he needs as the fight moves forward. It also disrupts and intercepts the opponent's own attacks with efficiency. Usyk keeps a very high output with his jab, and a lot of them aren't thrown with the full intent of landing, but to keep the opponent busy and scout their reactions. Level changes and slips. These upper body feints show different looks to the other boxer and require different actions to defend in case of bringing a real strike behind them. Just like the jab, these are useful to gather habits, and in the case of not getting any reaction, to land punches for free. And finally, rhythm. Even with all the variety, manipulating rhythm is the key aspect of unpredictability, and Usyk makes sure to play with the rhythm of any engagement, with all the tools mentioned before. This can be most easily appreciated in the constant changes of speed and intensity of his jab. There's a lot more nuance to both the defense and offense of Oleksandr Usyk, but I hope this video works as an introduction to his brilliant style. In future videos, I'd like to go into more detail about his favorite techniques, tactics, and habits. That's been all for this one. Like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more breakdowns and analysis. I'm Feño, and you can support me through the links in the description. Thank you for watching.